What's up, YouTube? It's Chris with C-Dub Sports Cards, and we are back today with a football rip. We haven't done a football rip in a while, and I figure we can talk about some things going on in the football world. The quarterback carousel has kind of stopped. Most of the teams have settled on a quarterback. The three teams, I guess, that haven't would be Tennessee. They brought in somebody to challenge Will Levis, but I wouldn't say he's better than Will Levis. It's probably about the same either way you go. Cleveland, who traded away their backup quarterback and brought in Kenny Pickett. They still have Deshaun Watson. I don't think that's a recipe for success. And then you have Pittsburgh, who lost Russell Wilson. I forget where he went. I think he went to the Giants. And they lost Fields, who went to the Jets. So both of their quarterbacks are now in New York. Who knows? Aaron Rodgers is still available. He hasn't decided on a spot yet. Is he going to retire? Is he going to play? Nobody knows. He's probably on another ayahuasca retreat for all we know. And then there's Kirk Cousins, who's still technically an Atlanta Falcon, but they're ready to move on from him. They're going to go all in with Michael Penix next year. They just need a trade partner. Like I said, those are the three teams, but obviously they don't want to give up much. The draft is coming up. Draft is about 3 weeks away, so we're starting to hear more and more about the draft rumors. And that's what this is for. This is a Sage Low Series Mega Box. We're going to get 8 inserts and 5 autographs. We are looking for the prospects for this year's draft. So we're going to do a little draft preview hunting here with the Sage Low Series box. And then I have 4 select 2023 fat packs, or hanger packs, whatever you want to call them. I'll be honest, I overpaid for these. I got these at Cracker Barrel. I had run around all day looking for anything to rip. Everything was pretty much sold out. Cracker Barrel had a few random things on the shelf. I definitely overpaid for these, probably about $5 per pack, too much. But I needed something to rip. So here we are. We'll start with these select hanger packs. We are looking for, this is the C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Bijan Robinson rookie year. So we're looking for any of those guys. I do enjoy select. I like it a little more than Mosaic. I mean, obviously Prism is the big dog. I'm not a huge Prism guy. I don't really like the 4 card per pack format. It's just there's too many just, wasted dead packs, and you're just searching for like that one needle in a haystack. I like Select better. I think it's a good-looking card. You get parallels. There's inserts. Tajee Spears, rookie. Stenson Bennett, rookie. Hendon Hooker, rookie. That's a different design, as you can see. I believe that's the concourse. No, that's the club level. These ones are the concourse. This is the club level. CeeDee Lamb on the die cut. Jameel McLaughlin on the die cut, like red and yellow, rookie. Die cut, Mekhi Blackman. We have all sorts of different die cuts. Broderick Jones, rookie on the die cut concourse. Lots of rookies. Certified Select Badgett, rookie. Holy moly. Numbers insert of Travis Kelce. Futures of Richardson. I forgot to mention Richardson. He was one of the big dogs at the time. Now they brought in somebody to challenge him for the quarterback job. I can't remember who they brought in. I'd have a hard time believing they're going to go off him. They made him the 6th overall pick. I think it's going to be Richardson's job. They're just going to have an experienced backup behind him in case something goes wrong. Turbocharged Mike Evans. Justin Herbert. That's also a different design. That is the premier level. Premier level Justin Herbert. Trey McBride. Tyson Badgett, rookie again. And Saquon Barkley. Let me look at the pack real fast. And wrap 3 exclusive red, yellow die cuts. Hold on. We'll look at the pack that I didn't rip yet. That would make more sense. Durr. There is all the things we are looking for. So there are numbered cards down to 1. At least on the signatures. There's zebras. Okay. 100 Concourse Premier Level Base Club Level. Concourse Premier Base Club. Okay. So I think there's 3 levels in this year. I think some years there's like 4 levels. This I think only has 3. Maybe the hobby has 4 levels. I don't know. Jaylen Warren. Henry Tuo, I think, rookie. Will Levis, rookie, and we'll see about Will. Jamie Robinson on the silver die cut. A Chain rookie on the red and yellow die cut. That's not bad. Brian Branch rookie on that die cut. Puka rookie on that die cut. That's not bad. A Bijan numbers. It's a good pack. Drake London. Mike Evans turbocharged. I'm pretty sure we got that in the first pack. Select certified Jaron Hall, I guess. Amari Cooper. Mekhi Blackman. I think we got him in the last pack too. Sam Laporta rookie. All right. And Devontae Adams. I mean, we're doing pretty good here. Well, that wasn't bad at all. In fact, we're gonna do a little sleeving. We're gonna do a little sleeving. So hold on a second. Let's do that Puka die cut. Puka die cut. I don't know if you guys know the trick to sleeve a die cut. You take 2 base cards and you put them on either side of it. Now, obviously, it's a little fat. So sometimes what you should do, you know, the easier trick is just to cut the sleeve, obviously. So we'll cut the sleeve. There we go. Now, it's a little tricky because it's thick. There we go. Puka, get your bat in there. These sleeves are tight, and that's the problem. These sleeves are super tight. There, we snuck them in. If you have good sleeves, you can do that trick. These sleeves are super duper tight. But okay, Puka, the A-Chain rookie. All right, we gotta cut the sleeve again. Follow the steps. Follow the steps. That's another thing you can do is you can always cut the sleeve for die cuts. It makes it a lot easier too. In fact, cutting the sleeve is probably the easier way to do it, especially if you have tight sleeves like I do. So we'll just cut the sleeve for any more die cuts. But all right, let's get back into it. Sorry about that delay. Let's see. We still need a CJ. We still need a Bryce. We're doing pretty good though. Puka's not bad. I mean, we're doing okay. Baker Mayfield, Keon White rookie. Another Richardson on, I think that's the concourse. That's good. Michael Mayer. I heard he's available for trade because Brock Bowers had such a good season. But Michael Mayer on the silver. Joe Tipman on the red and yellow. Luke Schoonmaker on this one. Brian Burns on this one. Travis Etienne numbers. Future Jamar Gibbs rookie. Turbocharged, there's Bryce. Zay Flowers on the select. Jared Goff, Jerry Jeudy, Christian McCaffrey, and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, yeah, I've never opened up these fat packs. I've opened up a mega box. I think I like these fat packs better. You're getting like 5 or 6 rookies. You're getting 2 or 3 inserts. You get the die cuts. I mean, like I said, from what I can tell, I overpaid for these. On the secondary market, you can definitely find these cheaper than I paid, but this isn't a bad rip. Kobe Turner rookie. Osiris Torrance rookie. Lou Headley rookie. Is that a punter? You never see punters. That's actually kind of cool. A punter rookie. Debo on the die cut. Andre Iavosis, or Iacivas on the die cut. DJ Moore. Dalton Kincaid on the die cut. Tua on the numbers. Future Brock Purdy. DJ Moore on the turbocharged. Devon Witherspoon on the rookie. Aiden O'Connell rookie. Aaron Rodgers. There's the guy that can't decide where he wants to go. Darnell Wright rookie. And Eric Gray. So the last pack was definitely our worst. I don't even think that's close. I don't think I even put a card over there to sleeve. But the other three were very solid. I was very impressed. We did not find a CJ, but we found everybody else, I think, that you want to find. And I guess we didn't find Will Anderson either, who was the best defensive player from that class, the defensive rookie of the year. But I believe we found everybody else that we wanted. So, yeah, that wasn't bad. Even though I overpaid, that wasn't bad. I might try to find more on the secondary market if I can get them at a more reasonable price than that. I didn't mind that rip at all. Let's check out this blue Mega Box. I say blue because there's a red version too. I have a red one sitting on the shelf with another blue one that we will open closer to the draft, maybe on draft day itself. The cover boys, we got Cam Ward. He's going to be the #1 overall pick, everyone thinks. Dylan Gabriel, who will probably get drafted, but he's an older player, so probably like a 3rd or 4th round guy. Quentin Judkins, I don't know him, honestly. Carson Beck was the Georgia quarterback. I want to say he transferred, so I think he's going to go another year in college. And then Luther Burden III. I'm not sure who that is. We'll see who else is in here. I mean, we don't know. We know some of the names that we are looking for, guys that we've heard talked about. If you guys have watched, mock draft predictions and stuff like that, there's people talking. We'll see who we can find. We are going to get 5 autographs. Hopefully, we can get at least a name we recognize. Or a name that, maybe becomes at least a decent pick. Carson Beck, next level. Evan Stewart, wide receiver from Oregon. Jimmy Horn Jr., he's probably related to the other Horn Jr. Jacob Zeno. Cam Ward, there's the Cam Ward. Another Jimmy Horn Jr. Our first autograph, Tyler Huff. He's a quarterback. Jackson State University. Yeah, probably not going to be drafted. Penny Boone. Andrew Armstrong. Another Cam Ward. Okay. Jordan Waters. Michael Sturdivant. So, like I said, we're about 3 weeks away from the draft. I haven't done a whole lot of looking into it. Obviously, I know about the quarterbacks. Everybody talks about the quarterbacks. I know there's a defensive end from Penn State that everyone's very high on. Then, of course, you've got Travis Hunter from Colorado, who I don't know if he's in this product. You've got Gianti, the running back from Boise State. You got Shedeur Sanders from Colorado. But I don't know, any of the offensive linemen. I don't know any of, the cornerbacks or safeties that are, highly touted right now. I haven't done that much diving yet. So you guys can tell me down below in comments if I miss anybody that's, highly respected or touted or is considered to be a first-round pick. Jalen Noel, Jordan McLeod, Le'Shawn Williams, running back. That looks like Iowa colors, maybe? Roman Hemby. There's Dylan Gabriel. Like I said, he'll probably get drafted, but he is an older guy. He's been in college a long time, but he's had a lot of success. He's one of those winners, as I like to say. J. Michael Sturdivant again. Our second autograph, Levi Rogers, offensive lineman. That's usually not good. From Stanford. So he's a smart guy. I don't know. Sometimes smart guys get drafted. Alan Bowman, Donovan Edwards, Penny Boone, Andrew Armstrong, and Cam Miller. All right. Riley Leonard, he'll probably get drafted. He's also been in college a very long time. Notre Dame quarterback, they made the championship game this year. I think most people think he's like a 3rd, 4th round pick kind of guy. Riley Leonard, Tez Johnson, Antario Brown, Trey Harris III, Kenan Christian, Efton Chisholm. Why is this turned around? We haven't had anything turned around yet. All right. Some sort of parallel. Peak performance. Terion or Tetrion? No. Tatarioa McMillan. Okay. It's a cool parallel. Not numbered. Don't know if it's a case hit or anything. Josh Kelly, Dylan Gabriel, Jimmy Horn, Dean Connors, Rivaldo Fairweather. See, there doesn't seem to be a very deep set. We're pulling quite a few dupes through 4 or 5 packs. There's another Dylan Gabriel. Alan Bowman, quarterback. Cam Miller, quarterback. Drew Aller, he might get drafted. He's from Penn State, winner. Trayshawn Holden, Ontario Brown, Evan Prater. Next autograph. Eric Gregory, defensive tackle, University of Arkansas. Nick Eman Worry, safety, Dion Burks. There's Gianti. So Gianti made the product. He'll be a top 10 pick. Josh Kelly and another Dylan Gabriel, our favorite, Mr. Dylan. Apparently you get a Dylan in every other pack. All right. I mean, at least that autograph was an SEC guy. Like, you know, there's a chance he'll get drafted. Much more so than our, where was it? Jackson State quarterback. Keyshawn Judkins. He was on the cover as running back. I did hear the running back class this year is considered very good. I was watching a draft thing the other night, or the other day. It was on the TV, like while I was at the casino making my bets. And they said it was a strong running draft class. I didn't see them talk about this guy, but they talked about another guy. I think he was from, oh man, I don't remember where he was from. But he said he's going to be like a top 20 pick too. So 2 top 20 picks for running backs this year. That's a pretty strong class for running backs. Quinshawn Judkins. Oh, here's this guy's name that I can't pronounce. Tetaroa McMillan. Tyler Van Dyke, quarterback. Andrew Armstrong, Kyle Williams, Luther Burden. Our next autograph, Josh Piercy, linebacker from Rice. Probably not a great pick. Sage Ryan, Evan Stewart, Hayden Wolf, KJ Jefferson, Jason Henderson. What I mean is by not like a great school. Like Rice is not a very good football school. So, you know, the chance of a guy from Rice getting drafted is probably pretty low. You know, there's always some undrafted free agents. Maybe he can make special teams. Maybe he's a hard worker. But realistically, he's not going to get drafted. Lee Sean Williams, Moose Muhammad, Omarion Hampton. I think that was the running backs they were talking about. Omarion Hampton from North Carolina. That's the guy. So he's going to be like a top 20 pick, they say. Tyler Huff, Dante Fleming, Woody Marks. Our last autograph. Kicker. Yes, a kicker auto. Andres Borregales. I mean, maybe he's the top kicker this year. I think it's funny that he's not kicking the ball and he's running it on a sneak. Okay. Borgialis. Jason Henderson, another GNT. Mitchell Evans, Caden Prather, and Nakai Hill Green. Oh, another top prospect is there's a tight end from Penn State that a lot of people think is going to be like a top 5 pick. I'm not a GM in the NFL, and I never will be, but I would never take a tight end with a top 5 pick. I don't think I'd ever take a tight end with a top 10 pick. You have seen some of the best tight ends in football be like 3rd-round picks, 5th-round picks, not even drafted. Like, a lot of the tight ends that are drafted high, they don't really pan out. I mean, who's the guy with the Atlanta Falcons right now? He was a top Pitts, top 10 pick a few years ago. Everyone's given up on Pitts already. It doesn't usually work out as a top 10 tight end. Drew Aller. Basically, the point is I would never take a tight end with a top 5 pick. I would never take a tight end with a top 10 pick. I don't even know if I'd take one in the 1st round, but most of the guys from Penn State, they say is going to be a top 5 pick, at least top 10. Jalen Noel, Jordan McLeod, Ali Jennings, Tahaj Brooks, Jordan McLeod. All right, that's not bad for our other parallel. Carson Beck on the peak performance. This one's just a silver. I'm guessing the one that we got earlier with the stripes was probably rare, but, you know, that's cool. Hayden Wolf, quarterback. KJ Jefferson, quarterback. Rock Taylor, wide receiver. And Ricky White, III. And Isaac Tesla. Hopefully they don't burn down Isaac Tesla like they're burning down all the other Teslas right now. It's dangerous to own a Tesla right now. Gonna get keyed, burned, whatever. Ran into by a crazy person. Kobe Hudson, Luther Burden III. He was on the cover too. I think he is a highly touted wide receiver from Missouri. I believe I've heard his name before. Ollie Gordon II. I believe he was really good last year, and he didn't have 2 years ago. And then last year's production kind of slipped, but I'm sure he's still considered to be like, you know, a 2nd or 3rd round pick, probably just based on his junior year that he had. Shamari Simmons, Mitchell Evans, Kobe Bryant. Dominic Levitt on the peak performance. Cam Miller, KJ Wallace, Jordan Hancock, Antonio Brown, and Rashad Owens. All right. And I mean, like I said, the autographs weren't the best, but they never are out of a Sage box. I have never seen a decent autograph yet. I've opened, what is this, the third one or something like that over the last couple of years. But anyway, here's our hits. Carson Beck, peak performance. Giante base. Borgialis, kicker auto. Piercy, linebacker auto, but like I said, he's from Rice. Another Giante base. Defensive tackle, Eric Gregory. That's probably our best shot at being drafted. He was from Arkansas. Peak performance on the Tetiara McMillan on like the, I don't know, hyper mosaic parallel. Levi Rogers, O-line from Stanford. I mean, I guess there's a chance that Stanford O-lineman can get drafted. Cam Ward base. Tyler Huff, quarterback, but from Jacksonville State, right? Yeah, Jacksonville State University. And then another Cam Ward base. So I think we found most of the guys because we got duplicates. So I think that's about what's in the Sage set. I don't think it's a very big set. Here's our hits from Select. Select certified Zay Flowers. Turbocharged Bryce Young. Future Jameer Gibbs. Richardson on the club level. We're actually going to sleeve that. Sam Laporta. Puka on the die-cut club level. Devon Achane on the die-cut concourse. Silver. Or no, they're both the same. They're both the red and yellow. Red and yellow. Red and yellow. Bijan on the numbers. Will Levis base. Future Richardson. And CeeDee Lamb on the die-cut silver. So, yeah, that wasn't too bad. I'll definitely try to find some more of that Select football. I'll see if there's any 24 Select football out there, too. That's a decent price. But I do like those fat packs, I think, more than I like the Mega Box. So, and like I said, I have 2 more of these that we're going to try, a blue and a red. Oh, yeah, there you go. There's all the stuff we were looking for. I guess I should have showed that, too. Ooh, exclusive Patrick Mahomes auto cards. Well, that's something to chase. Purple level base. I don't think we saw any purple level base. Maybe we did. Maybe I missed it. But yeah, so I have 2 more boxes of these that we will open closer to the draft. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. It was a fun rip. And until next time, you guys keep ripping. I'll keep watching. Have a great night.